Right, what's up guys? Welcome to our new YouTube channel with myself and Josh, and we're going to call this the... no, we're not.
Right, what's going on guys? Welcome to episode 1 of the Natty season with myself, Josh Croggan, and
me, Jake Brailey. This is going to be obviously the Natty season as we're both prepping, both doing natural shows this year. I'm aiming to do natural bodybuilding shows and Josh is looking to do bikini.
men's bikini. No, men's physique. And that's all we've got to say.
That's the video wrapped up, guys.
And that's it. So today we're going to be training at Ultraflex Rotherham, which is both our home gym. We do train together normally anyway. But yeah, we're going to take you through one of our push sessions, currently at my place. But we're going to head over there now and get a session in.
Basically, we just got us a nice ticket from Rotherham Council. Cheers, boys.
What does it say on that ticket? You're too massive.
Says, your guns are not allowed in the town centre. Oh, it was 4 minutes ago as well, dickheads. You get 10 points every person that you hit. Whee. Thank you.
We're going into the session now.
Yeah, we're about to start. Are you recording?
Yeah.
Right.
I recorded that.
Cool, just arrived at Ultraflex Rotherham. As I said before, this is where we both train, so we're going to take you through one of our push sessions.
Big one today, guys.
Right, so just finished up the warm-up. The warm-up's basically just a few chest-like exercises which you usually use cables for. You just want to go through like full range of motion. It's never anything heavy, it's not much. The idea of the kind of warm-up is to obviously get some blood flow in the chest, get some blood flow in the lats, like the muscles that we're going to be using for the pressing, which will be the first movement, but without expending much energy. So we kind of want to preserve as much energy as possible for the working sets.
Jake's actually back now, but what I was just saying were, when things start to get a bit harder, Jake just runs off to the toilet for about 5 minutes. I don't know what he does, but whenever he comes back, he's like way stronger.
Tell him about my secret.
So going for my, well, it might be a working set, it might be a warm-up. It's 56s, so if I get 1 rep, it feels quite easy, we'll go heavier. If it's a bit of a struggle, I'll take it for a working set and then do a back off after that. We'll see what happens. I'll go heavier.
Right, so about to go into the first working set now. So as you see, we've built up from 30s slowly up to 60s, which is my first working set weight. I'm gonna give this a shot now. The first kind of working set is usually like the heavier set for dumbbell press. So we'll see what we'll get.
Come on. Come on. Good lad.
Let's go, come on. One more set of this. I'll probably do another set of the 60s, to be fair.
Alright, mate.
And then...
That's it.
Yeah.
That means I've got to do another set of 50. Yeah. Come on. Good lad, good lad, good lad, good lad.
Okay. Yeah, so the first exercise we'd obviously do the flat dumbbell press. This is usually like the heavier sets. Obviously me and Josh both train a little bit different, just because we train together. Sometimes we will do sets slightly different, we will do slightly different exercises. But for me personally, I usually go heavier on the first sets. It's more strength-based work, and then when we go onto the machines, that's when I'll do like the higher rep stuff. But obviously, like I said, like me and Josh both train a little bit different, even though we do train together, which I think is important to kind of understand. Yeah, else you end up going too wide. It's like the other ones, isn't it? Yeah.
Agreed.
So what we were just saying there is obviously with this new kit, one of the best things about training the Ultraflex is that they have so much fucking great kit here. All these things like matter. So we've got like how far you can put the seat forward and back. Obviously the seat up and down on that. And for me and Josh, just because it depends on how long your arms are, how wide your shoulders are. For us, if it's further back, we end up kind of spreading apart like this at the bottom end of the press, which isn't good. It puts a lot of pressure on like your shoulder joint and takes it off your chest. So for us, we kind of moved the seat forward 2 clicks, just so that we're constantly in that strong position with minimal stress on the joints. 3, 2, 1, yep. Three, 2, 1, yep. Good, let's go. So we're just saying that we think, a lot of people have a misconception about what actual training to failure is. So like training to failure isn't necessarily like, you don't have to look like you're fucking about to die, and you shouldn't be kind of like mid rep, like screaming and shaking around all over the spot. Like that isn't true failure. Like true failure is, taking a set to the point where you can't do any more reps without your form failing essentially. So, we will stop the set when our form fails, not when we're just like fucking broken, because if you push past that point where form breaks down, it's then going to lead on to impact other sessions and other sets, which we don't want. So it's more about thinking about longevity as well as just looking fucking good on camera. 3, 2, 1, go.
Right.
So like I was saying just now, if Ed puts that bit in the video, Just because we train together doesn't mean we necessarily do exactly the same session. So, you know, we're built slightly different. I'm going to go and do the Smith machine overhead press, whereas Josh is going to go do I think, what is it, Atlantis one over there? Yeah, so still doing the same exercise. It's still an overhead press, but he just gets on better with that machine and I get on better with that one. So that's what we'll do.
Ed's just taking the mic because I'm quite sunburnt. We had like 2 days of sunny weather in the UK and I get burnt to a fucking crisp. Connection with like delts on that, whereas like with the barbell press, I feel like it's all chest. I end up leaning too far back, it becomes like a really high incline, whereas that, it's like all delt. So after his overhead pressing, we're going to go into a cuff side lateral, just dragging the weight up as high as you can, really engaging. Jake's just tried to break Ed's toes. Next up after the overhead pressing, we're going to go into cuff laterals. So using the lovely 1MR cuffs provided by Ultraflex. Yeah, the idea is you're just going to drag your wrist or your forearm as high as you can, engaging that side delt. Slight pause at the top, then straight back in.
Right, so this is the thing with like cuff laterals. It's a really, really good exercise to do. It's not like better than doing it with dumbbells. It's just different, and you know, if it's done right, you can essentially get more without putting as much stress on your joints. So one of the most important things to realise with this, because a lot of people do it like massively wrong, is at the bottom you essentially want that cuff to be. It's really hard to show this actually, but like for example, you want it to be like 90 degrees sort of thing at the bottom, and then obviously as you come up you want it to be like in line with your body, so you don't want it to be like too far in front because it's going to put too much stress on your front delt, on your shoulder. You don't want to be like leaning back because you're going to be using your traps. You want to be kind of almost dead straight, which is why doing it with a bench is good, because you kind of like purposely put yourself in that position and you can kind of like lock yourself in and stabilize yourself.
Go on. So, for those that don't know, Jake is a vertically challenged individual, so he's quite a short guy. So what he's currently doing now is getting his booster seat ready for this, because he's just not big enough for the machine. Here he is now.
Back pad.
So Jake isn't doing that because of his height, he's doing it because he wants his shoulder joint to be aligned with the point of rotation on the fly machine. Not because he's a short ass, even though he is.
Using D handles, just because it again puts less stress on your wrist joint, allows you to get a better contraction with the chest. By holding these quite often, the handles are at like a bit of a weird angle, like they don't exactly make much sense. They put more stress on your joints, they don't allow you to get that full contraction, whereas putting D handles on is a quick fix for that. Go. Good, chest up. Good, come on. Slow it down, come on.
Now my chest is pumped. Yeah, so it's keeping your elbow in one spot, pressing down, getting that engagement with your tricep.
Me and Josh do this a little bit different again. So the way that I do it is I put my hand in the cuff and I basically use the cuff as the extension, whereas Josh holds onto this and wanks it off like a tiny penis. But you'll see. So we just finished off in 2 exercises, both of them are on the cable. They're both like minimal stress on the joints and just kind of focusing purely on that, like taking the tricep through its like full range of motion.
So for final movement, Jake prefers to go for the overhead stuff. I prefer a dumbbell skull crusher kind of thing. So back we go. Keep your elbows high, drop it low, then we pull forward, twist out, really squeeze that tricep.
it's kind of a bit shit, like the post-room factual.
So, the current date today is the 3rd of June, and that puts me and Jake both about 15 weeks out from the first show of the year. We've got no real plans on how many shows we're going to do. We just know it's going to be more than one. So
I think what we've got planned now, or I've got planned anyway. Obviously we know what the first show is we're aiming to do. Obviously 15 weeks time. We're both likely to be doing the same shows, but obviously competing in 2 different categories. So Josh is doing men's physique, I'll be doing the natural bodybuilding. But like I said, we're planning on doing more than one show, and obviously the goal is always to win and get through to the British finals. So. From September onwards will be the shows that we're going to do, and probably likely September through to November, won't it?
Yeah. Got to say it on camera though.
Make a point of saying that we're going to have weekly videos, that it's going to be like fucking real and not like bullshit, just fucking fake
And whenever you're ready, give us like a little.
Oh yeah, I started recording when I just.
That's it, done it then, mate.
Sounds sweet. So yeah, that's everything for today, guys. We are going to make a point of making our videos like as weekly or as often as possible. Obviously we've got Ed working with us, so that's going to make that job like a hell of a lot easier. We're going to keep the training and the content as real as possible. We'll show you all sides of the prep, like full days of eating, all that jazz.
Yeah, so it's not just going to be all this like bullshitty kind of like fancy edits and stuff like that. It's not going to be the fake stuff. It's like going to be just what me and Josh do. Like at the end of the day, we're like both regular guys, both do kind of fairly similar stuff, but also we're very different in our own ways. So we're going to kind of take you through like each of our individual kind of journeys, as well as just like what we do combined. So it should be interesting for everyone.
Yeah, thanks. Like and subscribe.
Oh yeah. Make sure you like all the other shit.